Hello everyone, this is Omega Lynch. This is a response video to a YouTuber whose name is on this image as well as the title of his video. Now, he's one of those YouTubers who like to tiptoe around to avoid saying certain things. And when I see someone talking like that, it gets me a bit annoyed because I would rather them say what they're really thinking. Which, in this person's case, he hates millennials. He didn't outright say it, but he was implying it. And boy, you could hear it in the tone of his voice. Like, he really hates millennials. Like, damn, man, sorry for existing, I guess. Jeez. Now the video this jackass made was supposedly talking about why millennials like the color gray. Never really heard of that before. When I think millennial, I think orange and red, but okay. Now, as a millennial, do I think everything should be gray? Absolutely not. There are some apartments where I am that would benefit greatly from a brighter color scheme. Anyway, at first I thought he was going to talk about why millennials like the color gray, but then he goes on this rant talking about how millennials are to blame for everything wrong with society, which is overkill and blatantly unfair. I get millennials deserve some of the criticism that we get, and we do get a lot of it, to the point that it's getting kind of ridiculous. But to say we're the root cause of all of society's ills and to lump us with the boomers it's just bullshit. Corporate greed and government corruption are the reasons that we are in this state that we are in. And yeah, some of it can be blamed on the previous generations for sure. I'm looking at you boomers. Anyway, he implies with his rant that millennials have it easy. Excuse me, no, we're no better off than the Gen Zers are. And to say otherwise is just plain arrogant. We all struggle, we all suffer, and to say otherwise is bogus. And yes, and one has the right to criticize. That's fair, but there is a line between criticizing and flat out attacking. And you really shouldn't be picking fights with the generation that came before you, because the generation that comes after yours may start trashing your generation. And if millennials are the entitled generation, then Gen Zs are the blamer generation. Because what I gather from what this guy said, he just wants to blame other people for the problems society is going through. And if you want this crappy little world of ours to be better, then you should start by being the change yourself instead of pointing and blaming others. And I'm not saying people shouldn't complain. You should complain when things go wrong. However, there comes a point when complaining isn't enough. And if you want change, then the person demanding change should stand up and do something about it. Because when you point the finger at someone, there's going to be someone else pointing at you. Look, at the end of the day, we're all in the same boat, whether you want to believe that or not. And it doesn't do anyone any good when we attack each other like this. Also, he talks about main character syndrome, which I don't think is a real thing. If you're filming yourself dancing on a Japanese subway, then you're a blatant narcissist wanting attention. For me, main character syndrome just means you're in control of your life and you're able to live the life you want to live. Like, we all create fantasies in our minds of being greater than we actually are. Like, I think we all do that. If any Gen Zer sees this video and gets mad, and then gets them mad, go right on ahead, but all you're doing is proving me right that Generation Z are a bunch of complainers that blame other people for their problems. And yes, you can blame half the problems in your life on other people, but you can't blame all of it. At some point, you're going to have to face that monster that is chasing you, and it will catch up to you, so you better be ready for that. I just hope not all of Generation Z is like this. Because society needs more than just a fresh coat of paint. It needs people who can effect positive change. Anyway, that's more or less what I wanted to say. Please keep the comments section civil, and if you like my content, subscribe and share the video. Also give my books a look too. I'll leave a link below. If I don't, plenty of my other videos have links. Thanks for watching. Hopefully I'll be back.